The narcissist's biggest lie. There's one sentence that destroys more healing journeys than any insult, any smear campaign, or any discard. I have changed is more dangerous than no one will ever love you like I do. You are nothing without me. Because insults push you away, hope pulls you back in. Because that sentence doesn't sound abusive, it sounds hopeful. It sounds mature, it sounds like growth, and that's exactly why it is so dangerous. So today we are going to dismantle the biggest lie a narcissist tells, not just to you but to themselves. By the end of this video you will understand why narcissists say they have changed, why real change is almost never what they mean, how they weaponize growth to pull you back in, and how to tell the difference between actual transformation and recycled manipulation. This isn't about hatred, this isn't about revenge, it's about psychological clarity. Part 1. Why this lie is so powerful. When a narcissist says I have changed, it hits you at your weakest point, because by the time they say it, you are already exhausted, you are already left, or thinking about leaving. You already mourned what you wanted them to be. So when they say they have changed, it feels like maybe the suffering meant something. And humans are meaning-making creatures. We don't just want relief, we want the pain to have been worth it. And the narcissist knows this. That's why they don't say I'm sorry for abusing you. They say I have reflected. I'm not who I used to be. I have done the work. I have healed. Notice something important here. They speak in vague moral language, not specific accountability. And vague language is perfect because it cannot be measured. Part 2. What change actually means in psychology. Let's be precise. Real psychological change requires accountability, consistency, humility, insight, and time. Not weeks, not months or years. It takes time, especially when we are talking about personality structure, not habits. A narcissist doesn't have bad behaviors, they have a fragile self-concept, a dependence on external validation, a fear of shame that feels like annihilation. So when they say I have changed, ask yourself, change what exactly? Did they stop blaming others? Did they accept fault without any justification? Did they tolerate being seen as wrong? Did they allow you to have autonomy without punishment? Or they just learned new words? Part 3. The narcissist doesn't change, they adapt. Here is a harsh truth. Most narcissists don't change, they upgrade their strategy. Early narcissism is obvious, you would know it when you see it. There's always a rage, there is a control, or they try to control you. There is a intimidation, there is a superiority complex. Whether directly or indirectly, they try to let you know that they are superior to you. Later on, narcissism looks refined. They might claim to have a spiritual growth. They might tell you they went to therapy, they have done the work, that they have learned new emotional language. They might speak in softer voices now. They might present themselves as calm, reflective, evolved, and they might even switch into the victim narrative, talking about how they were hurt, how they were misunderstood, how they suffered too. But none of this is change. It is adaptation. They didn't heal the pattern, they refined it. This is what a lot of people don't understand. Narcissists can go to therapy, read psychology books, watch self-help content, learn emotional language, and still be a narcissist, because information is not transformation. They don't stop manipulating, they just manipulate more subtly and get more sneakier than before. Part 4. Why did they come back saying they have changed? They don't come back because they have healed. They come back because their new supply has failed, their image has collapsed, they are feeling lonely and need their regulation. You were not special. You were familiar. You knew how to stabilize them. You knew how to forgive. You knew how to stay. So when they say, I realized what I lost, what they are actually saying is, I lost my emotional mirror. When they say I'm different now, what they mean is, I need you to give me access. Part 4. How they use change as a trap. Watch carefully here. When a narcissist claims they have changed, they rush reconciliation, they pressure forgiveness, they frame hesitation as cruelty. They will say things like, even though I changed, still that's not enough for you. You are still stuck in the past. Why can you not move on forward? Have you noticed the pattern here? Have you noticed like a pattern here? Your boundaries become the problem. Real change invites scrutiny. Fake change demands trust. Real change says, you don't owe me access. Fake change says, if you love me, you will believe me. Part 6. The litmus test, how to know if it is real. Here is how you tell the difference. Real change looks like there's no pressure, there's no timeline, there's no guilt, there's no entitlement. They accept a distance, they accept if you still have doubts, they accept and encourage your autonomy, they don't chase validation, they don't argue their growth. Fake change looks like performative remorse, emotional speech, grand declarations, demands for recognition. If they need you to confirm their growth, they haven't grown yet. Growth stands even when unobserved. Part 7. Why you want to believe them? Let's be honest here. You don't want them to have changed. You want justice, a story where love wins, closure. But sometimes the closure is this: they did not change, you changed, and that's why you can see clearly now. The narcissist's biggest lie isn't that I have changed. The biggest lie is you were the problem. Because once you live, heal, and stop reacting, their power disappears. Not because they change, but because you did. If this video helped you see clearly, share it with someone who's doubting their reality. And remember, real change doesn't announce itself. It doesn't beg to be believed. It doesn't need you to return. It just is. Until next time, stay safe. Bye bye.